Welcome to another How to Use and Getting Familiar with Stable Secretary. In this video, we will be on our online platform in our settings menu, looking at customizable lists, and very specifically this bottom list called Schedule Resources, Resource Groups. So resource groups is kind of one of those hidden features maybe not everyone knows about, so I wanted to make it its own video to kind of highlight it a little more. And the software by default will include these group names. So barns, equipment, locations, miscellaneous, paddocks, and rings. You could change that name to say arenas, schools, however you refer to them. And what these are for would be where they feed is in the schedule. When you create an event, there's this section called resources. So you can mark out, by what group and then the things underneath of it, things you might need or the place it's going to be. So maybe, I have this one called group lesson. I put it in the grass arena. Maybe you're going to put it in the dressage school. Maybe I have other equipment and say I want to put some equipment. So we're going to jump back up here to our resource groups list. And in here, so equipment already exists, but to add resources to it, you hit edit, and then it's going to show you can change the name, you can give it a description, and then the resources that you would categorize as whatever the group is called equipment. So maybe I want to put Cavaletti blocks in here. Oops, maybe if I can spell correctly. Or maybe I want to put those jump blocks. So maybe you have the little blocks that they're just the little rail razor type things, or maybe you have the really large plastic jump blocks. Those are equipment that you want to put in here so that someone can mark that they're going to use it during an event. And you want to always make sure to hit the update button. That way it saves. It's going to show up on our list here. Maybe you have other kinds of arenas. So we're going to add indoor arena. And then again, you can put anything on here, like maybe you've got a dirt paddock. For horses that maybe they have health restrictions, you just come in here and you hit the edit, and that's for existing groups. Maybe you have something at your facility totally different from what's on here. So you need to add an entirely new group. That's add resource group. So let's say therapy equipment. Maybe in-house you offer a lot of physio or rehabbing of horses for, injuries or surgeries or whatever. You would like to, mark out all of that stuff. So maybe your facility has cold laser, MagnaWave, whatever sort of therapy equipment you want. You just hit that add new group, you give it a name, and you just hit these add another resource, and you add things in here. And you click save, because you want to save it from the start, and then you'll see your new group has been created. So again, this all feeds into the schedule. So we're going to come back here and click back on this event where I have some resources marked. And now we added the equipments, and I can mark I want to use, Cavaletti blocks in my group lesson here. And maybe I want to now put it in my indoor arena. Update it. And when you look at the agenda view, those resources will be shown on here. So when you share the agenda, whoever you're sharing it to can see, oh, someone's already using the blocks, someone's using the indoor arena. Well, I should have set a time on here, but at that time, I know I can't use them. So resource groups, again, is kind of one of those hidden things because the only place we're looking at it is creating detailed events. When we're in here, you are able to filter by, these resources over here again, and you can always click its little wheel and it pops you right back here. So that's the very last of these customizable lists. Services and prices, it has its own video. All these other types, they're in their own video. And hopefully this helps you be able to navigate and add and customize these lists for your facility.